Hey, you guys, welcome back to Nicole Reports. So, this is going to be day 7 of Diddy's trial. We have Don Richard, who is a former band member of the group Danity Kane, which was formed by Diddy in the early 2000s on his hit show on MTV called Making the Band. Now, Danity Kane has went through some changes. I think it was a group of 5 at one time, and then it became a group of 3, a group of 4. They've broken up and got back together so many times through the years. However, there are a few band members that have been very vocal about Diddy being verbally abusive to them while they were doing the show Making the Band. Aubrey Day, I think it's Dee Woods, and Don Richard herself, who's also going to be testifying in the trial today, that have been vocal about some of the verbal abuse and things they had to go through during Making the Band and things they went through in their group Danity Kane. Now, the only band member from Danity Kane to file a lawsuit was Don Richard. Don Richard has worked with Diddy the longest. This is all predating Cassie's experience, by the way. So Cassie came in the picture with Diddy, I think in like 2008. So Aubrey Day and Don Richard's, their experiences predate Cassie's experience. So it's very, very, very not strange, but it is eye-opening that these two women had these experiences before Cassie. Don Richard did testify on Friday. It wasn't long because, it was very short. It was at the end of the day. So they were dismissed, and she's supposed to be back in court today to finish her testimony. And just to remind you guys, she did file a lawsuit in September of last year, 2024, against Diddy. She's alleging that he physically assaulted her, and then sex assaulted her. So hopefully today we're going to be able to hear her testimony and the details of this alleged assault. Also him being verbally abusive to her and other band members. She also already testified on Friday that she witnessed to Cassie being assaulted by Diddy physically, where he was stomping and kicking her in the head and even dragged her up the stairs. So we're going to see what she's going to say. She was the only band member so far that we know of that is being called to testify against Diddy. Aubrey Day, who has been very vocal over the years, she was not subpoenaed. She wasn't subpoenaed to testify against Diddy, which is so strange to me because she's one of the band members that's been talking way before this whole Cassie situation happened. So we'll see if they are going to maybe call her at the last minute. But as of right now, Don Richard is the only band member from Danity Kane, and she is the only band member from Danity Kane that is filing a lawsuit against Diddy at this point. So she should be in the courtroom as we speak. So I will update you guys on the details of what is said later. I'm really anxious to hear this because a lot of people have put the spotlight on Cassie, but Cassie is not the only victim. There are so many victims. We don't even have a list of the people who are going to testify yet. So I also believe that maybe, possibly, Q from Day 26, the band that was a boy band that was formed during Making the Band, also might be testifying. So we don't know yet, but we'll see. He did do an interview with Vlad TV. He was asked a few questions that he said he could not speak on, so we're going to have to see if he is going to be called to the stand as well. So I will keep you guys posted. And just so you guys know, there's a lot of talk right now about Don Richard looking different. She did have, I think, a nose or rhinoplasty and something done to like her jawline. In her lawsuit, she actually says that Diddy would make fun of her face and make fun of the way she looked. So just keep that in mind when you guys are commenting on the fact that she looks so different from the time she was in Danity Kane to now. She did have plastic surgery, and it's because of Diddy. Also, for the people that are being a little nasty to Don Richard, the fact that she filed a lawsuit and she's testifying against Diddy in this trial, accusing her of being a hypocrite because she worked with Diddy on his latest album called Love, that is false. So what is being reported is that Diddy used her vocals. Remember, she worked with him when she was in the group Danity Kane. She worked with him on the group Dirty Money. And so he used previous vocals for this particular song that's on his Love album. She did not work with him in the recent years. These are old pre-recorded vocals that Diddy used and gave her writing credit. So again, this is day 7 of the trial. Cassie already testified. She was the first victim, and now Don Richard is going to testify or continue to testify today. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll keep you updated.